Thank you for inviting us to share with you a little bit about our medical collections and our plans for an upcoming exhibit about the history of medicine at the National Museum of American History. Our exhibit, In Sickness and in Health, was in the planning for a few years when the pandemic began. And so over the last year, as the pandemic has unfolded, we've taken the opportunity to think deeply about our collections, the exhibit, and the emerging story of COVID-19. Our upcoming exhibit gives us an opportunity to share our collection of medical objects with a broader audience. The National Museum of American History has one of, if not the most comprehensive collection of medical objects in the world. Boasting over 60,000 objects, the collection spans the gamut from anatomical models to vaccines to condoms. We even collect the distinctive clothing that medical practitioners wear, as you can see with this nursing uniform from World War II. Over the last year, we've worked to ensure that our upcoming exhibit addresses questions and concerns we've seen Americans raise recently about how our shared past has shaped the practice of medicine and health outcomes today. We began thinking about collecting in late January and early February, and we reached out to groups with which we've worked before. At that time, we were not sure if COVID-19 would spread to the US or not. But we knew, even if it remained outside the US, this was an important story for us to document, just as we've collected around the story of Ebola. We put a call out to the American public in general, asking them to send us information about objects that they thought might represent the story of COVID-19. We're still soliciting suggestions and objects related to this, so please feel free to contact us with any suggestions that you may have. Documenting some of the stories around COVID-19 can be incredibly difficult. To address this issue, our photography curator, Shannon Parrish, collected an extraordinary set of images from photographers across the country. These photographers have documented everything from the very transient nature of masks, the ways in which the pandemic has shaped protests against racism, to signs recommending hand washing, to empty spaces, and to markers that tell us how to social distance. We've also been fortunate enough to collect objects such as Dr. Fauci's coronavirus model, which he used during briefings at the White House. In March, we collected the objects associated with the first vaccination of an American, Sandra Lindsay, a nurse with Northwell Health. She has said, "I wanted to instill confidence in people that look like me, to say that the vaccine is safe, to be guided by science, and to not be afraid." Her story led us to collect not just the vial which was used to vaccinate her, but also the many objects around this story, which included the packing materials, which helped ensure the proper temperature of the vaccine, the vaccination card Ms. Lindsay received, and even the uniform she was wearing when she was vaccinated. These objects illustrate the difficulties involved in transporting the vaccine, as well as the ways in which symbols of the medical profession, such as a uniform, may help instill confidence in others. We think this is a perfect object and a perfect story for us to conclude our exhibit with. We hope that we'll see you at our exhibit when it opens in 2022. We hope to hear from you about your thoughts about our upcoming exhibit, so please contact us using the contact form on our website. Thank you, and we're looking forward to both seeing you at our exhibit and to hearing from you.